Hello and good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. All Bear here, Ox running a bit late. I'd like to welcome Bridgeman. How are you doing, Bridgeman?
Hi, hello Bear, how are you doing yourself? Nice to hear you, bud.
I'm fantastic, mate.
I bet you, I can bet. Can I just say good evening to yourself and good evening to Foxy and the technical team in the background. And of course, to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
Right, Bridge, me and you, mate. Let's talk transfers, mate. I know you're in the know here and you're going into some depth of all of these transfers.
In the know, right? In the know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Have you been following the transfers in Sky and what have you?
No, I don't. I follow there are a couple of wee places I look at. You know, I don't necessarily look at Sky. I do think that we've done all right up to now, and I think I'd said to Foxy earlier, it sounds as if the last guys to come in is a boy Oscar, and apparently he's got everything done, and we're just waiting to the final sort of dot the I's and cross the T's type of thing. And as far as I know, that's all. It's just pure rumour, and so we won't know until, as Oxford used to say, they get the scarf above the head, and then it'll be signed. But God, it takes a long time, doesn't it? Dear. Well, good evening,
How we doing, boys? All right, boys?
Right.
Aye, fantastic, mate. Fantastic.
Yeah. But he's making the transfer window. It's a bit of a damp squib, really, isn't it, for the whole of the football world now, isn't it?
I don't like it, man. I mean, me personally, I can't go. I think it's a complete and utter waste of time. It's Premiership spoiled it. No, I mean, with all the millions they spend in summer, and then when it gets to this, they've only spent whatever they're spending now, a couple of 100 million, 300, 400, 500 million pound. Oh, it's not very good. And then you get to our league and it's free bob. No, I mean, it's loans and free bobs and things like that. It's wasted, mate. I like the old transfer system. I don't know about you. You can buy anybody at any time of the year.
I think if somebody challenged it, it'd be illegal. Constraint of trade, mate. Yeah, if you had an asset and you can't sell them next week and you need money in, it doesn't make business sense, does it, Bridge?
No, it does not, pal. It does not. I think the whole thing's just weird to me. It's just weird. As weird as you can ever get it. That's what it is to me. And trying to figure it all out is just a nightmare. Just a nightmare.
So, you two are of a certain generation, let's just say, of experience and maturity. Would that be fair, Albert?
Yeah, I'd actually say a nice vintage. There you go. That's just me.
Okay.
Oh, just brilliant. Go for it. Aye, right.
Vintage. Man,
I just love it.
Right. What are you feeling the way the team's sitting this now with the manager and the build-up? I've asked this question that's been discussed a lot. Is this game on? And let's go for the throat. Albert.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. No qualms about it, mate. We're winning this league. My mind, we're winning this league. I don't care what anybody says, and I don't care what they put in front of us. We'll overcome it, and we're winning this league. Totally and utterly confident about it. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. It might be ugly. It might be great. Who knows? All I know is there's fight in this team now. And the manager knows what he's doing. And I've full confidence with the manager. Full confidence.
Bridgeman?
Yeah, I agree with most of what Albert says there. I'm a great fan of the manager. The team's things are starting to happen with the team. We're no idiots and we're no suckers any longer. And there's a bit of fight in the team, and that's great, you know. I think we just need to go over this this transfer window. Whatever the club is told are going to come in, then they get them in, and that's it done. And that'll make the fans a lot happier. And tomorrow is a different day. And with all the transfers in, then we've got a lot to look forward to. A lot.
What do you make of the name? We've discussed it a lot. It's the boy Shankland. I accepted a goal scorer. and he holds the ball up okay. He's got decent touches, but let's be honest, he ain't many quicker than Dessers. Dessers has hit a bit of form. I would sign Shankland, but I wouldn't sign him just for this 6 months. I would sign him actually to replace Kemar Roof as he leaves the club and help us this 6 months if we can get the deal done. But the problem we've got all there, if his parent club don't want to talk to us, it doesn't matter what we do.
Yeah, that's right, mate. I mean, I've said before and I'll say it again. If the boy comes, I'll be happy. If he doesn't come, I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. The problem I've got with Shankland, it's no a football problem. The boy's credentials are there for everybody to see. That's a given, mate. He can score goals, and that's what he gets paid today, and he's good at doing it. And he can do it in this league. That's a given, mate. There's no even any argument with that. The problem is where we sit as a club and a football squad with the manager and his background staff. They're not looking for Shankland. Doesn't he fit the profile? They're not looking for that type of player. Looking for a goal scorer, of course they are. But it's also looking for the age to be right, the sell on, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to put the squad, the football side of the club back on an even track, on a progressive track as well. Try to drive the whole club forward. Short term, Shankland fits it. And I hear the arguments with Robert and like Stevie and all that, saying that he could win as a league and we get the Champions League money. It's not guaranteed that he can help you win the league. They guarantee, you know. And if we don't win the league, which I don't think we will, I think we'll win it. But if we don't win the league, it looks kind of silly. We've signed him, and then he's sitting there. You're going like, well, it's like a Ramsey sort of situation. You know what I mean? You sign him, you win something, and you don't win it, and you go, well, that's going to waste of time, isn't it? And then you've got him for 2, 3, 4 years, and you're saying this is not right. This is no progress in the club, and there's no pot of gold at the end of the transfer, at the end of his career, at the end of his time at Rangers. You're not getting any money for him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to take into consideration. But if we did sign him in the next 3, 4 hours, that wouldn't bother me one way or the other. I think it'd bother Clement. Well, it would bother me, saying, hold on a minute, that's not the model we're trying to. And by the way, we've got to rejig practically this whole squad, which is going to take time. I think what he's doing is just taking wee baby bites at it at the moment, because what you're no wanting is another 8, 10, 12 players turning over in the summer. You don't want to keep going through this every summer. You can't keep. No club can survive doing this.
But is it not right that you potentially could have 6 players out of contract every summer and a squad of 24? Is that not an ideal world, Albert?
No, really, no. Well, I done an exercise for myself the other day on the squad.
What did you do? With squat thrusts, star jumps? Was it your usual exercise, if you know what I mean?
Oh, it's lists, mate. It's lists. I'm not going to go through a list, but there's 30 players. And you're sitting going, and I value them. And you're trying to be realistic and not go overboard with anybody. So you value them from 0 to no more than 5 million. I know.
Have you got this list, mate? Is it on the fridge?
I've sent it into Ibrox. That's what it is, mate. It's in Ibrox.
Where is this list?
I've got it. I'm working on it. Leave me alone. I'm working on it.
I'll come back to you. Me and Bridge want to hear this list, don't we, Bridge?
Absolutely. Fascinating.
Yes. The whole world. The big station serving the nation, to coin a phrase, want to hear all this list.
I was going to keep it for international breaks. This one.
No. You shouldn't have said a word, should you, Bridge?
No. Right, okay. There's 30 players, right? There's 30.
Are we going to hear these 30 players?
I'll give you 30 players. I ain't bother. Right. The 30 players, right? There might be other players. You might not agree with some of the players, but I'm taking these 30 players, right? You want me here? Really, 30 players?
Yes.
Butler, McCory, McLaughlin, Tav, Sterling, Devine, Ridvan, Barisic, Golson, Balogun, Suter, Davis, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Raskin, Cifuentes, Cantwell, Dowell, Lawrence, Lammers, Hadji, Lowry, McCausland, Wright, Matondo, Roof, Dressers, Danilo and Lovelace.
All right, I don't think you're far away with that, mate. Yeah.
Right. So if you value them, every one of them, right? Now I put my value on, right?
All right.
It's from 0 to 5 million. No more than 5 million and down to 0. And if you couldn't them up, mate, roughly about 40, something like probably 34, probably £34 million on that whole squad. And you're sitting saying that's wrong. That can't be right, mate. We can't have a 30-man squad sitting at £34 million for a lot of them. Know what I mean?
I think you'd be low on your I mean, just.
I know. But you've got to remember, we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walking away, 7 probably walking away for nothing. You've got McLaughlin walking away for nothing, Barisic, and I've put Goldson walking away for nothing. His time's up. Balogun's walking away for nothing. Lundstrom's walking away for nothing. Jack's walking away for nothing. And then you've got Roof walking away for nothing. So there you are. There's 6 or 7 and walking away for nothing. So you're down to 23 now. So it's 23 at £34 million. Roughly, it will not be exactly 34. It might be 44. It might be 24. I don't know. But I'm just putting estimates on these. And some of the value on the players is rubbish. I'm even giving you £1 million for Tab, and I don't think you'll get £1 million for Tab. But there you, I've stuck $1 million on him.
What have you put on the goalkeeper, Butland?
Only 5, mate. I know he'll be probably 15, £20 million, but I didn't want to go over the board with anybody. I just said keep it down to 5. Yeah.
I was trying
to work out that ratio, that 80-20. I was talking to Southside the other day, that 80-20 ratio. 20% of your squad's worth 80% is the value of 80%. 20% is 80% value of your squad. Try to work it out that way, mate. We're for us to get that 6 players. You're talking about a 30-man squad, but you're talking right. So they should make up roughly about what 8.6 million, 12, something like that. Something like nearly say £10 million. It's easier counting, just saying £10 million. But we'd probably have to take the 7 players. You make that up, 8 players, maybe even 9 players. It's wrong. It's just totally wrong. So this is what he's trying to address. This is what Clement's trying to address. He's trying to come in and bring the age down and bring the value up of these players. And if we can get every player, 30 players, every one of them's worth £5 million. I know that's not going to happen, but I'd say everyone's minimum of £5 million. But you're sitting what, £150 million, something like
that. Aye. But with your model, will be right. If it's a squad of 30 and they either have 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year left of their contract, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that so you have 10 with just signed, 10 with 2 years left and 10 with a year left? Yep. And ideally, you're going to punt every time to get a year left. You're going to punt them at the door. It's never going to work like that.
No. I'm punting them before a year, mate. I'm punting them before a year. There's no player at the club should get to a year of the contract left. No one. Nobody. When they get to 2 years, you say you're signing another year extension. And if they disagree to do it, you sell them. You say you're going to the transfer market right now and you get rid of them. That's when you get rid of them, right there and then. Don't you can't. Clement's told you can't allow players to run amount of players to run the contract.
Rangers have just confirmed that Adam Devine has joined Motherwell on loan for the remainder of the season. Good move for the boy, Bridgeman. I'll come back to you, Albert.
No bother, mate.
Bridgeman, good move for the boy.
Oh yes. He needs to get some, shall we say, some playtime. He's got to get it. I think anybody gets out to it, and that's not a bad loan for him as well. So good luck to him. I hope it goes well and comes back a better player.
Yeah. Albert, thoughts?
At least it's a Premier League team he's going to, mate. I'm fed up with these boys going out to lower divisions. I've seen these boys. They're better in the lower division. They should be going to Premiership teams in Scotland. So I'm happy he's away to a Premiership team. Nice. Can't he do him any harm, mate? Especially if he gets game time.
Aye, good move for the boy. Doesn't need to move first. Still has his environment. I know he's got a young family. And we wish him all the best, and he can get his career back on track and see where it takes him. Yeah, all the boys aren't going to make it, but we hope that they have the best opportunity. Right, back to this list. Me. Right. So the problem is, I see with what you're saying, you would maybe need to give like 5-year contracts at the start, Albert. Yeah, and then it'd be after. But that's becoming more fashionable, no longer contracts. And then you'd be punting them after 3 years.
Well, 3 year maximum, isn't it?
Aye. I see that. All right. But we'll see.
Well, the reason of that, you know fine well what the reason is for it's because you're trying to protect the club. You're trying to. I mean, these players have got too much power now. I mean, they can just walk away whenever they want, or they can down tools like Kent and Morelos did for the last 12 months, 18 months of their contract. You've got to protect the club against this. You've got to protect us. We are the club. We're the ones that are sitting there going, like, I'm going to watch this man for 2 3 years. That's why I wouldn't give Lundstrom a contract. If he downs tools, man, we're stuck with him for however long the contract we gave him. And let's be honest, mate, he's down tools. Well, he's 3 years with us, and I know in parts of every season he's down tools, mate, since he's been in. So he's going to do it again. He's already done it this season, right? And he's done it the other 2 seasons. So if you give him a 2 3 year contract, there's guarantee he's going to down tools somewhere along the line. And you can't afford a player of that, getting that kind of money to down tools, mate. The same as you can't afford to have like Roof and Lawrence and Devine, Roof, Lawrence and Devil, Kieran Dowell. All these kind of players sitting on the treatment table all the time. It's just not feasible, mate. There's millions and millions of pounds getting wasted.
I think the problem is when you go to, you know me, I always object to management courses, but when you you have these flowery things and you think it's going to be perfect, the industry that we're talking about, Bridgeman, ain't perfect, because if somebody's injured, the football club's got to look after them, rightly or wrongly. Economically, it doesn't make sense, but you've got to look after them so you get a reputation in a good club so the players want to come to you. It's very, very difficult, all the I's and all the T's, Bridget.
Oh, yes. And it's one of the most difficult things in a club is to retain, first of all, get a good reputation and retain it. All it takes is a couple of bad apples, as they like to say, and it all goes pear-shaped, and managers fight like hell to try and get that back again. Sometimes never get it, truth be told. We don't have the most friendly press to Rangers, and that can make a hard job for it as well. We've got to watch what we're doing. We've got to be good. Got to be good to the players, and obviously not. You don't want to be going absolutely stone mad with them, but be good to them and make sure they're all right. Because coming back to bite you dead easy.
What I'm talking about
the sentiment and the theory. I don't disagree. I just think in the industry of football, it's so difficult.
Wait a minute before we. It's all percentages anyway. Everything's percentages, but the percentage of the injured players, it's better research, mate. I mean, look at the players, especially a player like Roof. Everybody knew his injury record before we got him. Ramsey's another one. So we're looking at it and saying to yourself, come on, the research has to be better. We can't keep saying, we'll take another chance on these players, or we'll make him a better player, or not a better player, but we'll get him out of his injuries. He'll not be as injured as much as he's been in his whole career, not even part his whole career. We cost for self that money, mate. That's just bad research. That's bad management. There's nothing. You can't say it's no. But there's other ones like Danilo and things like that. These things happen. That's the ones that you're talking about. You can't. It's not a perfect science when it comes to that sort of thing. That's just your luck.
Aye, that's just part of it. Got to no mention Ramsey, mate.
I know, you know what I'm saying, but
still raw.
I know, but it's a good one to remember because it is so raw. You sit and go, don't want to make this crunch. You look in the last 10 years. I know what the club been trying to do. They're trying to bring some quality of the club. Knowing fine we can't afford to go out and get players at 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million £6 million. So they're trying to bring, and Crancher on his day, when he was younger, I was a quality player. There's no getting away from that, and so was Ramsey. The quality, I can see what they're trying to do, but it never really works, does it? It's just you're sitting wasting your time trying to get it to work. But there you go. It's money wasted. Where we sit right at this moment, Clement and his team and the board. Got to give the board a bit of credit here. They all sit and go, enough's enough of this nonsense. We need to get this right. You're going to have some good signs, you're going to have some bad. That's going to still remain the same as the chance you take in football. But this time we should be getting better value for money, better players, and a bigger percentage being successes.
I don't know why, and I don't know, Bridgeman, if you feel the same. you just have more confidence with this regime than you done with Michael Beale's regime. No offence to the guy, but when you looked at the whole thing, it just never looked right, did it?
It didn't it? Well, yeah, but there were times it looked all right, you know, and then it started to disintegrate for whatever reason. It started to go downhill, and of course, you know, once that thing starts within the club, and I say that time and time again, as soon as the fans start to boo or get upset or anything like that, it's time to take note. Watch what's happening. I'm talking about the club now. The club have got to take note. Watch what's happening because this can get out of hand. And that's what happened to the boy, Michael Beale. But he never looked, in the latter stages of when he was in his management, he didn't look comfortable at all, and neither did his team. One might have came before the other. The team not looking comfortable, which upset him. I don't know which. But my goodness gracious, there were some things really bad happened. And of course, the poor guy lost his job. Well, if you look at what we've got now, it's a big difference, isn't it? And so the same players are literally the same players in some cases, all playing very well. You can't understand why that happens. I felt sorry for Michael Beale. I did feel sorry for him.
I thought he had a chance, but you could just see it gone peak tongue in front of your eyes, and it was exposed the inexperience. He should have never had. If he was ever going to get the Rangers job, he didn't have enough experience for it. It's all right saying Gerrard and Souness hadn't managed you. Walter was only ever an assistant. Two of them were top players, arguably world class, and you could maybe argue icons of the game. Walter Smith was a neat individual with his background. Michael Beale's never had that pedigree or experience, and he shouldn't have got the job. But if I'm being honest, Albert, and then you've seen it unravel, and this 4 months come in, and everything just looks nice, neat, tidy, professional, Albert.
Well, let's be honest with Michael Beale. I mean, you can call it an experience and call it what you want and dress it up nicely, like the nice man you are. I just call it what I see. The guy was crap. He wasn't a good manager. He was never going to be a manager. Now. He's just not good at him. That's not a day of experience. That's just he's not a manager. He can't read situations. He can't read people. He can't read he doesn't know the best way forward. He gets to sell into a pickle, and you can see him. He's just confused. He doesn't see danger within the squad, people that are disrupting the squad. He doesn't see any of that, mate. He's just got the job, and right away when he started the signings, you're going. What we were hoping for as a support was somebody to come in and save us, because at the time we're going, this is terrible. We need to get better players than this, and he's promising you, I know this player, I know that player. He's coming in. I've looked him in the eyes. Not that nonsense. You're sitting going, all right, good. Well, we're all believing it at the time, let's be honest about it, and going, well, that's that. I trust him, man. Aye, let's do it. But then you've seen some of his mental decisions, and you're saying, oh, there's something no right here. And then once he lost the dressing room, and let's be honest, though, so he lost it quick. That was it. Game, set, and match, man. It's time's up. I don't agree with this, that players have got the power of goal, but that's the way it is in modern football. And once that happened, he was finished. Absolutely finished.
But this new guy's come in, mate, and it just looks so different, huh?
The guy knows what he's doing. The guy knows what he's doing, and if anybody's going to disrupt this dressing room, I'll tell you one thing: they've got a battle in their hands. They really have got their battle in their hands. He will not take prisoners, and he shouldn't, because there's no loyalty when it comes to that. When people start backstabbing, sniping behind your back and things like that, get rid of them immediately. Don't hesitate. There isn't anybody bigger than the club. That's how I fear for Cantwell. If Cantwell doesn't start shaping up and changing his attitude, he'll be gone.
I bet these phone lines opened up.
Can't wait, mate.
I can't wait.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, come and give us your thoughts. The transfer window, start building up to the game and Saturday. It's not a classic, but boy, is it massive bridge, isn't it?
Indeed it is, pal. Indeed it is. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Oh dear. It makes you wonder from where we were to where we are now. It's just massive. The improvement's massive. The fans are really up for it now. But Ibrox buzzing, and that's what you want. The whole club buzzing. Just get the bloody transfers finished, but please. Oh, we got half the Rangers fans sitting looking at what's going on in the transfer window.
Oh, we've had a couple on, yeah. There's nobody really moved.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean anything like that, but just that there's this one supposed to be coming in, allegedly all done, and I was just saying that to Albert earlier. Oxy, supposed to be all done, but we're still waiting, you know.
The suit says right winger.
I think so. As a winger, it's Costa's or something like that.
Yeah, man, I will see, mate. I'm sure we'll probably keep moving on with the research stroke technical teams as things move on through the night, Albert, because they multitask, we don't, you know what I mean?
We multitask, they do it. They'll be sitting there fuming at you, boy.
Multitasking to us is sitting up talking. That's two things, sitting and talking.
Breathing and talking at the same time, Albert.
That's plenty for me, man. But the transfer window, I was talking to Fox earlier, I don't understand why they just don't make it a one-day transfer window. Everybody waits to the final day to start running about crazy and it's madness. You get a full month and nothing happens practically. And then all of a sudden, the last day of the transfer, it happens every year. Everybody runs about crazy. I would just make it a one-day transfer window. You've got a month to negotiate and 1 day to announce all your signings. So that 1st of February, you announce all your signings. Everybody announce all their signings. That's it, done. You see all this clickbait crap, I can't go. I just cannot go to gossip and just making up the nonsense, absolute garbage they'll just make up.
Aye. And then they get one right. 99 rang in it. I told you so.
Aye, it's you heard it here first. Nonsense, you're like, okay, right. But you know what I'm saying? It's a big hullabaloo about nothing really. If you think about it, no, I mean they're trying to make something exciting. It's not very exciting, not to me anyway, because the Premiership's killed it, stone dead with all their money, so they've just killed it. So the Sky just run for the Premiership. It's all about who's moving. And 12 million pound, 15 million pound transfers barely get a mention now. Think about it, it's madness, isn't it?
Aye. We'll see. I think this financial fair play is no help to neither, but just going back to the game on Saturday, Albert, as we start building up. There'll be that buzz, that excitement. I know maybe the people talk about players. I just think people looking at the league table, you never know, we could get a better result or a favour. Highly unlikely. I'm in the Albert camp when it comes to that one about the points, 3 points every year, but however, you never know. But there'll still be a buzz. Let's go win the game, play well, hopefully, score a few goals, Albert, build the confidence, improve the goal difference, and the Bears right behind the team, and you never know where this journey's going to take us.
That's it. I believe I'm the old cliche, one game at a time. I don't look that far ahead. It's Livingston on Saturday. Let's get them dealt with on Saturday. As you say, a few goals would be nice. Victory's what we're after. And just keep doing it that way, mate. That'll take you a long, long, long way. And Clement's like that as well. I think the fans are there. I think the anticipation and the fans and the expectation of the fans is there already, mate. And I think Clement knows it. I think he senses it as well, saying they're starting to think of league titles now. Whereas he might have said at the beginning of the season, we're going for the league, but in his heart of hearts thinking, no, I'll need a couple of, at least one transfer window, probably two, to get this team sorted out a bit. But now I think he's went, this is a good response for a lot of the players, a lot of the squad. He knows he needs quality. He's not trying to He's not trying to BS any of us. You know what I mean? He knows what he needs. He knows there's quality needs to be added to get you that final push, and he's out there trying to do it for us. You know what I mean? So, I think there's. I don't think that mob are that good. No, I mean I've been saying it all along. I don't. I actually don't. I haven't for a couple of seasons now. I didn't think they were very good. I just think we were woeful, absolutely woeful. But anyway, we're no woeful now. We're not playing well, as Southside said and Stevie said last night. We're not trying to claim we're the 1970 Brazilian team. You know what I mean? But we're an efficient team to get results now. We can get results. We can do that.
Bridgeman.
Well, can I just say I can't disagree with anything that Albert says there. I just can't. It's everything he says that. Apart from the fact that he's been saying it, I certainly haven't been saying it. I've got the same stress and how I feel about any other team. But I think our team have been poor, and we definitely have been. And although we've been poor, and I'm saying that, I agree. When I see our team, even poor as they are, playing against other teams, we're head and shoulders above most of them. We stumble against that mob across the city, and that's got to stop. The manager will surely get the right players in to stop that and make sure the next game we've got to win. And when we win it, it'll be a big relief for everybody, including the management team and the players, because it starts to build up. It's pretty difficult to shake it off, and the only way you can do it is win. And that's what we need to do. You keep winning every game, builds the confidence, builds the determination, and builds all the great things. But I do agree with most of what the old Bear says. I do.
Aye, I don't. Surprisingly, I don't disagree with a lot of it. It's the heart always.
It doesn't happen all the time. That's for sure.
Sometimes you cause it with yourself.
Aye, definitely. It's but I truly believe that we're more than capable of doing it. Anyway, I'm not just saying that for effect. I totally believe that we can do this. No problem, mate. And I think you're going to be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we win the league at a canter, honestly, because they're ready for imploding, mate. They really are ready for imploding. And if we're just there,
is that what your vintage is telling you?
Yep. That's my experiences telling me. The instincts are telling me that, mate. We need to be sitting there ready to pounce, and we are sitting there ready to pounce. Bearing in mind, by the way, we're winning games and not playing particularly well. That's a sign of a good team. That's a sign of a team that wins leagues. Because we've all said it before with Walter Smith's era, all the times we watched them winning the league, you don't get through the whole season playing wonderful football. It doesn't happen that way, especially in a smelly, horrible January cold night at Dumbarton when you're in the Scottish Cup and then you're away or you're away at St Mirren in a gale. You know what I mean? It's you've just got to find a way to win the games, and that's what we're doing. And he's making us even better and better and better at that. Whereas before, as people pointed out, the game on Saturday there, do you think Beale's team would have won that game? I would doubt it very much. Mate.
Right. Listen, once you get momentum in football, it's a big thing, Bridge. Albert?
From a club perspective, momentum's everything. You're playing. And when you do manage to get the momentum, you've got to retain it, and it's marvellous to have because you can surge as a team. You can surge, and it builds your, shall we say, arrogance when you're playing. Builds that right through the team, gives them all the confidence in the world, and that's what we need. We're getting that manager's bringing it, but we need to keep it going.
I wish I had that competitive streak, Albert.
It never leaves you, mate. It never leaves you. You start a fight over a game of dominoes or a game of tiddlywinks.
I would never try and noise anybody up at sport.
My mate.
You know that, Albert.
Oh, I seen what was happening, mate. Very competitive. But getting back to the team, I think he's got players in there that understand it now. You even look at Tavernier. Now, Tavernier comes across to me as one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet. Like, even he's starting to wake up and roar and shout and bawl and start growl and snarl. And I'm saying, oh, welcome to the party, Tom. You should have been doing that for day one, some of the things that's been happening on the park. But he's now woke up. Golson was always a shouter. But Big Balligan, he's another one.
Hello there.
Balligan.
Oh. Carry on.
Big Balligan, he's always been a player, a competitive battler. But I like what he done when he came off the park at Parkhead. I don't know what they were trying to do him, but he just turned on them and was like, well done, son. Don't take any of their nonsense. So as for Clement, he's definitely got his woke up again. Made us competitive, made us a wee bit nasty. I think we want to be a wee bit more nasty. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there, mate. We're getting to players who are starting to know what it means to battle for the Rangers.
And you have to do it as a team, mate. There's no point one or two of you doing it. You've got to get it together.
Oh, it's all in, mate. It's all in.
Aye, anyway, we've been joined by Stuart. Evening, Stuart.
Hi guys, how you doing? All right.
All right, you.
All right.
I'm good. I'm just no long in actually. I thought transfer window shut the night 11 o'clock or something. I can't remember.
11:30, mate.
11:30. God almighty. It's a bit mad. Why no 11:31 or 32 or something? It's a bit better. But never mind. I mean, we've got what we've got basically. I hear a lot of talk about Shankland. I've got mixed feelings. And we'll never know if they're bidding for him or what, and it'll all be speculation. I think it was Bridget said earlier, clickbait or up there or something like that, I can't remember. But I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest with you. I think his Desser's not about the same age as him, so he's taking all these things into the equation. I made a prediction last week to one of my mates. I said, I think Dessers will score more goals than Shankland. I know, but it is what it is. We've just got to roll with it and see what happens. Silva could maybe step in there. False number 9, and the guys we've got in, I'm reasonably happy with it. The big thing I'm happy about is nobody was sniffing about Clement trying to turn his head a wee bit. That's the biggest news for me. In case somebody come in and start to kind of prod his side a wee bit, bigger things, you just don't know what can happen. So all in all, that is what it is, and we'll get on with it. And you know what? We'll win the league day, starting Saturday. 4-0. There you go, another 4-0.
Alba.
I agree with Stuart. That'll do me, mate. We'll definitely win the league, mate. You're good. That's what I think as well. As for Clement, I don't think Clement. I don't think he'll want to leave Rangers. No, for at least 3 years. I can't see him even considering going anywhere at least 3 years. He's got a project here that he likes. He likes this challenge, mate, and he's got a good environment to carry out what he's thinking. So I think he'll be with us for the 3 year, and I think he'll be successful over the 3 years. He's already won a trophy, mate. So I think he's here for the long haul.
Right.
Listen, there'll be some of the support will be disappointed, but we don't know if the club have even. They're putting 2 and 2 together. Stuart and coming up with 5. We don't know.
I know. I mean. It's all about price as well. I mean, if you were getting him for a decent price, you know what I mean? You would think, well, okay, his wages and all that, and he would be a good sort of standing, but is he got to be much better than Dessers? I mean, I don't know what the goal ratio is per minute that they've been playing. I don't think it'll be that far away as people think. I've not done the stats on it, but stats good. I'm not a great stats person. I think if it's improved Dessers a bit, let's be honest about it, it's improved them a fair bit. So I think we know bringing a striker in, Desser's a big smiley guy. He's getting a wee bit more confident. And even when he was getting shouted doing for the stand, you could see the adulation he's getting for the crowd now. They're singing his name, lifted him up a wee bit. I think bringing in a striker would maybe kind of lower his morale a wee bit and think, oh, Christ almighty, he's on a bit of a roll, and we'll keep it going. And I think what people forget is Clement's good at that. He's lifting him up to that level, and he's not going to let him drop. He's going to push him on a wee bit further, like what he did with Lundstrom. He's lifting them all up. And once he gets to that stage, if he feels him drop him down, he's lifting them back up again, keeping them going. With the big air round them when they come off and everything. He's got a good harmony to the whole thing now. I mean, as you said, one of the guys said earlier, Bill lost the wrestling early. You see what he did with Sakala and all these type of boys. And
as you said earlier about Tav, he's kind of looking a bit more feisty, he's not kind of hiding the back a bit. So if you look through the whole squad, everybody's been loved it, and the fans as well. I mean, you were talking the Air Rocks that there's a big anticipation that everybody can't wait to Saturday now, so I can't wait. And then you've got the game in midweek, 2 crucial games, and they've got 2 crucial games as well. So let's keep fingers crossed that something could happen.
Aye. Listen, I would sign Shankland, but I would be signing him to replace Roof as a part of a squad short term and experience goals, and a player that he might get in the team and he might score goals and stay in the team, but he'd be part, because going forward we're going to need other centre forwards in, because we've not got enough. Because Seamus not going to be there, but it looks like Silva's going to be gone, and all of a sudden you've got Dessers, Danilo, and nobody. So that would be my rationale for it. But then I wouldn't be able to ransom nearer Albert than Bridge.
Definitely, I mean, it makes sense for that point of view. But the trouble is, when Roof go, if you sign them right, and if Roof goes and Seema goes right, and Silver goes, you're left with Dessers, Shankland, and Danilo. Well, 2 of them are 28, nearly 30. So you're not going to get any money for them. So you're left with one that you're going to get money from. You've got to remember this pillar that Bennett was going on about, this 4th pillar transfer model. It's got to be adhered to, mate. We've got to make money on these players. We can't just keep signing players short term and on it. And I understand why. And all the reasons that everybody's given first line in Shankland are all perfectly valid, mate. There's nothing to argue with there. What you're looking at is what's the best for Rangers. Now, winning trophies and getting into the Champions League is best for Rangers, and that alone could say, okay, we get Shankland, it's near enough guaranteed we'll get that, but it's not guaranteed we'll get that. And you could end up with a player that's back to the model that you've got at the moment, players walking away for nothing, players that you can't sell for any money, so you can't get rid of them, basically. They're not going anywhere. So you've got to have this continuous turnover of staff every 2 or 3 years. You've got to keep it turning over. And I would reckon at least 3 players each season will be turning over. That's the perfect scenario. You just keep turning and bringing R3 in, and then R3 and R3 and R3. And that's the perfect scenario. But again, nothing's perfect in football, isn't it? But what we're sitting at the moment now is a shambles, mate. It's a total shambles. And by signing Shankland, we could be just adding to that problem long term, no short term, long term.
Aye, and that's how I don't know if the club. It's just, if you like, Scottish media speculation fueled by the fans. I don't know if there's anything in it, because I've not picked up anything official at all. Bridgeman?
Yeah, the fans are struggling to pick in. No, truth be told. What can I say? I don't know what to say. My mind is absolutely on fire at the moment, trying to find out whether we're getting somebody in or not getting somebody in. When you talk about people like Dessers, about what was saying it, Dessers is what, Dessers 29 or something like that.
Aye.
So you know what I mean. So all bears right. You're bringing these people in, and you've got these people. The young lads that we're bringing in now, or younger lads we're bringing in now, sound about the right age. The last 3. So I think that would be tremendous for the club to change to. I hope that's their plan. Come summertime, they buy them, make good their debts, buy these players in. Although the wee young lad, centre forward, don't think he's going to be here after the summer, but we'll see. But we need to start doing it and getting the age gap, the age of the players down, squad age down. But then you go, we need to do it. Anybody that can say with confidence that with Ruth is going to still be a Rangers player after summertime, I don't know. Can he see it? I don't think he's ever going to get a game for Rangers again.
He might.
He might. Of course, he might. Things change sometimes, depending on the circumstances. But there's a couple in there that our manager probably wouldn't see him in his way, if you follow. I mean, if he could get it his way, they wouldn't be there.
bizarrely as it seems, Kemar Roof's the kind of guy who could get put on the bench just for cover and get brought on and score a goal. Off it. As mental as it sounds, Stuart, isn't it?
I mean, he's done it a few times, hasn't he? I mean, he's got that ability, like Shankland, to lose people in the box, get to the back post, nip in front of somebody, like what he's done countless times. So, I mean, he's running about with a patched up squad, let's be honest about it. And he's doing a superb job, and let's be honest about that. I mean, if you look at, I wouldn't worry if Shankland came. I'd be quite happy, actually, at the right price, and whose terms. Hearts just played in this game, try to jack the price up to 5 million. That's a non-starter for a guy at that age. And you also got to remember that Shankland is a Rangers man. He's coming for Hearts, all the pressure, the big expectation. He could fail. You don't know how he's going to react to that. That's a hell of a lot of pressure coming in to this big sort of turmoil that's going on to take away the guy that's scoring a couple of goals now. Right, you're in the centre here. He has a couple of games where he doesn't score. The fans are getting on his back. How does he handle that? He'll not handle it as well as Dessers, I'd bet you. Dessers has handled it no too bad. He keeps coming back for more. Okay, he's not the greatest finisher. I get that. But if you look at that instance against Celtic when he nicked that ball through the boy's legs and the runner and goal, we should have scored. It should have shot anyway. But that's what he's no bad at. He's no bad at anticipating things. Look at the boy put through for McCausland that time. So I feel that there's a wee bit more to his game than scoring. It's good when he comes off and he could see a decent pass. The one when he put forward to Matondo and he slotted it in. I think it was against Eindhoven or something. I can't remember. So he's got that in his locker. And if he could lift that up a wee bit, it'd be great. I agree with everybody. Shankland would be a great addition for the time, but it's all about money. And you know what? I didn't even think they're looking at him. I really didn't.
No, there's
if we're going to sign Shankland on the fans' advice, we've not got a good track record. I know it's the manager, but look what happened with Van Bronckhorst. We're all shouting to get Van Bronckhorst in. So if I was come on, I wouldn't be listening to us. You know what I mean? But anyway, no, I see what everybody's saying. It's right. There's an argument for and an argument against for Shankland. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll see what it takes. We've brought in Silver on loan. You could argue that was covered for Big Seamer. And then we brought in Demonde. I'm interested to see where he plays. He's bring his legs and energy in the midfield. Obviously, looks as if, the rumour has it, that we'll be signing potentially maybe an outside right tonight, which means that we've got cover there as well, where young Ross has come in and done excellent. And then if I'm being honest, my opinion, Bridgeman, then Stuart, maybe just a wee bit jaded. Needs to maybe come out, build up, get stronger, train more with the first team, the demands, and maybe get some substitute appearances. Or it just keeps playing because the manager's happy with him. Bridge, then Stuart.
Well, I think, I agree with you, and I think the young lads played absolutely superbly for us, scored a couple of goals, been involved in setups and things like that, created. So I've got no problem with McCausland. But he's a young lad rather, and I don't know whether the manager wanted him to be playing every week, and his thoughts away at the start, I'll play this boy every week, maybe needs must, and they had him on. Because the fans were liking him. Anybody they put on out there wasn't any better than him. So I don't know what's going to happen with the young lad that way. But seriously, I think the young lad's magic. That's my honest opinion. But he's got a bit to go yet, and he needs to build himself up, strength, so on and so forth. My goodness gracious, he puts himself about in the pitch. Love it. And I don't know who, the young lad that's coming, the winger, I don't know whether McCausland can play on the left or they both play on the right, if you follow what I mean. How we're going to handle that. They're going to play both together. And where there's Matondo going to fit in and all this. Yeah. These are the questions that go through my mind on it.
Matondo, there's another one. We're all hit the heights. But, watch this and I'll be able to get a list out. But Stuart, in you come.
talking about McCausland, I mean, for me, he's got the shirt, basically. It's up to somebody to prove to themselves training this guy coming in, Cortez, if he comes in, or whoever. They've got to go to a certain level in training before they can take the shirt off that laddie. So I feel that that's going to lift him again. He's thinking, you know what? And he is looking a bit jaded. I think he's putting in a lot of work defensively now. Than what, I mean, I watched him against Betis. I watched another bit of it there. When there was a 1-2 going on, the boy scored the goal. He was left kind of watching. That's improved in his game. He's back. He's done it a couple of times. I think it was a game. It was at Ross County. He come back and he played the ball to Tav ran up and scored a great goal. So he's got that in his locker too. He's starting to improve on that. Like Seema's doing that as well. Seema does a great job of doing that, covering this for the back. So I think he is looking a bit jaded. He's just a young guy. He's coming in. He's not a young guy. He's 20-year-old, but he looks a bit kind of frail at times, if you like. But he still could sort of shrug off a tackle. Somebody's coming in. He's got a great awareness about him to skip by a tackle. He just seems to float across the grass with the ball stuck to his feet. That's a great attribute he's got. It really is. So the guy that's coming in, he's got a bit to do to take that shirt off him. But you're right. I think Clement will say, right, take him off, maybe put him on, just get him built up. Heavy parts at this time of the year. Coming into the summer, everybody will be a bit fresher. Because that's his mantra. He's saying he's wanting to get minutes into legs. So it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're coming to the sprint stage, and shortly, once you get past February, so all guns blazing at that point. So I think when you've got the shirt, for me, you keep the shirt. Going back to like Sterling's done a great job in midfield. And for me, Raskin's got to get that shirt off. Raskin doesn't come in automatically. But so there's a lot of things going on in different positions. So I think he's got everybody G'd up and fired up for the season. You know what I mean? As it progresses. And we'll be a lot fresher than what we've been for a long time. Absolutely. 100%.
Right, we've been joined by Joanna. Evening, Joanna.
Good evening. How are you guys? Well,
hi, Joanna. All right.
Every time I'm listening to the show, I don't want to call because I don't want to interrupt the good conversations that is happening, the good points. I just want to listen all the time.
That's good.
What I'll do. I'll be a woman who listens. Answer that one.
No way.
I've no met any of them in my life. What's a good one with me? How are you doing, Joanna?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Albert. How are you?
I'm good. Yep. Getting older.
Great
good.
points you were making.
Just like you make another point about you, McCausland, Ox, if you let me.
Yes, on you go, mate.
See the fact that I know we've not signed that Costa yet, or anybody on the right side, but we need to sign somebody to give the boy competition. It's not only to give him competition, because the boy does need taking out the team and work on his upper body strength. And when can he do that? We're playing. I know we didn't play a game this midweek. We're usually playing 3 games a week, so the boy's getting no time to work on that. But if he's got competition now, whoever comes in can go in his place, and the boy can then start working during the week. So you've got that problem to contend with as well with these young players. In fact, that's why I think Auchenhowie let us down with these young players. These young players should already have that upper body strength and leg muscles as well before they're 20, mate. Because some of these boys have been there for years at that Auchenhowie, and I just don't understand why they're not ready, physically ready to play professional football at that level. Because it's different if they're only there 6 months, maybe a year, but some of them have been there 3, 4, 5 years. They should be ready, mate. And I don't know why they're not.
I get it, mate. I get it. You know, there's no rationale behind it, you know. My cousin looks like a kid. He doesn't play like a kid, but he looks like a kid.
He's a brilliant player.
Oh, he's got ability, mate. He's got ability, but you've just got to get it right. You need a bit of luck with young players, you know. You put them in, you take them out, you put them in and watch them grow. Eventually, you get it right. The master rate was maybe Fergie, if you're being honest. He seemed to get it right, or more than most. Joanna, we going to win this league?
Of course.
Yes.
Well, I hope so anyway, but yeah. But do you know what it is as well? I just read in the chat that Shankland decided to stay with Hearts.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's true or because it was in the chat. Not sure if it's official, but in that case, does this mean that we're going to sign Sima for sure, or is it going to stay on loan and then after 6 months and after this season he's going to leave us, and like any alternative?
Again, a lot of these contracts are complicated, Alberta.
It's no easy, mate. It's going to be. I don't think Shankland's going to come now myself, but if he doesn't come, Seema, as Joanne was saying, we would sign Seema, Joanne, if we get the deal done, if the deal's right. But it's going to be a complicated one, I think, because I'm not quite sure how much they spent, but Brighton spent on, I think it's 7 or 8 million. So they'll want to recoup that plus some. So for us to get them, it's an instalment plan, probably over 3-4 years.
I mean, I do understand that there is sorry.
On you go, Joanna.
I understand that it's like a little bit complicated, but what if we change Seema's number?
If only life was that simple, Stuart.
You mean his phone number? You mean his phone number? That would. Aye. I turn it upside down or something, man. I know what you're saying about Seema, but I mean, let's be honest about it. They paid, was it Sparta Prague or something, about 7 or 8 million. They're wanting that minimum, and you can't afford that type of player. I just get that feeling.
They'll not be looking for that because their league's mental. They'll be looking for double that.
That's what I mean. That's the minimum. So even at the minimum, we would be toiling. So it's not going to be the minimum. It's going to be 12 million. You know what I mean? So unless there's a big sort of purge, getting rid of a Butland or a Yilmaz for about 20, 25, 30 million or something combined, then he could reinvest it. He's probably looking at all these options where his assets are. And the two assets in Sterling as well. I mean, Sterling's going to be a great player, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter where he's playing, right back or midfield. That boy is going to be a massive asset to us. So there is a lot of assets kicking about the team. You've got Raskin as well. He's kind of well sorted. So there's a lot of kind of wee conundrums going on in the background. And will we sell, will we buy like Sima and stuff like that? I just get a feeling no.
All
but
right,
he's
mate.
got a bigger plan.
Right,
he's got a bigger plan.
All right, mate. I'm going to get you a cloak. And when you come into the chat, you need to just shh for a while when you start off the call. It's 9 o'clock. Get yourself in mute because we're going to have a tune.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here, it's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game, we're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name, for we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game, we're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name, for we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
That's official. It's now official. Oscar Cortez has now joined the club. It's official. Albert.
Oh, very good.
Fantastic, mate. I'm saying fantastic. I don't know, I don't know what the boys like, but good. He signed for Rangers. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah. You happy, Bridge? Oh. You happy, Stuart?
I think so. I've watched a wee bit. I'm kind on the YouTube that everybody does. And he's a young lad too, you know what I mean? But he's got a bit of build about him as well. So I could only bring McCausland on, training alongside this guy, watching him. And he'll be keen to learn. So I think it's a good thing all around, man. I'll tell you, I'm really happy with that. Okay, well, I was worried about it in case it wasn't going to happen. But you know what I mean? The scarf wasn't above his head. Not going to happen, but I'm happy.
Yes. Colombian, Colombian. Is he Colombian? Aye.
Yeah, aye.
Aye.
I think he's in the under-21s as well.
Aye, so well for Morelos since he left the club. Joanna, you happy with that signing?
Yes, I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's a forward player as well, Colombian. So he's probably very an attacking player. So I just hope he adapts quickly. And I think it was yesterday after the show, I was listening to a podcast and the guys were mentioning that it's going to be easy for the players coming in because all the next games are going to be at home. So it's going to be easy for them to settle and also meet the fans and everything. So it's a good time.
I don't think the modern way all bears to sign them on the Thursday and then you see them on the Saturday. It doesn't really happen often, does it now?
No. You've got to be careful, haven't you? You've got to break them in gradually and give them time to settle in, especially the weather you get up here. You'll see Silver in the weekend. You'll definitely see him. I don't know about the boy Demonde because we did send a fitness coach over to work with him prior to him just signing or getting his clearance. So he might show something. I don't think the boy Cortez will show it to be signed. Be played on Saturday. I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know.
So,
you just never know.
So for 5-0 up or something like that, we'll throw him on.
It's difficult, Bridge. You got to watch what you're doing.
By the way, I thought the chap was a Brazilian. I thought he was Brazilian, the chap. So forgive me. I must have got that wrong.
Colombian.
That was a different thing. Yeah.
Colombian. You weren't far away, Bridge. You know what I mean?
No, it's maybe it's on the borders. They border each other.
It's just that.
Thanks for that news. Thanks for the news because I'm so happy now. I'm just over the moon. I think that's a transfer business done. Let's get it over with because it just hangs on us.
It's just that international stuff, isn't it? That's the only thing about players for Colombia and America and Argentina and all that kind of. That's just in Nigeria. It's just that international crap. I mean, you might lose them for parts of the season. Really annoying.
You might lose them international football. They go away, don't even play and get injured. That would never happen. That would never happen, Stuart, would it?
Oh, absolutely. 100% is going to happen. Like you say, that's just their luck, eh? God, I didn't even know if he was playing. You know, it's like crazy.
Never played a minute, mate. Never played a minute.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, was it Dell? He injured, can he run on the park or something? Jardy's, I mean, you just can't get a break these days. But going back to what Joanna says, a good point that we've got a lot of games at home over the next 5-6 games or something like that. So it's great to maybe, I'll go along with Bridge there, get 3 or 4 goals up going into the second half. You could play about with the squad a bit, get people minutes in their legs, then coming into the next part of the home games when you're a wee bit spread out a bit more home and away, we'll be in better shape. But the fixtures have really worked out well for us. I'm really happy about that. And that could be a big factor, especially come the end of February.
Especially if they get a banana skin. If they have a banana skin, what do you go nuts? As Albert says, they're ready to go. What I'm looking for, Joanna, is see if we get the other tempo and we do get 3-0 up. It's time not to stop. If we can keep driving for the fourth, and if there's still 20 minutes to go, Albert, keep going. Because this momentum builds up. If that makes sense, Joanna, yeah?
Yeah, I agree. It's important to keep the momentum going because it just keeps the energy of the players and the fans as well, and it keeps everyone positive. It's just tricky as well because you need to kind of pick up the things to improve the team and to make the team stronger at the same time. So it's just a mix of the two things together just to keep going forward and to keep the momentum going.
Albert, you were coming in, mate?
It's absolutely right, man. We need to, if we get a chance to blast teams off the park, we need to do it, man. And none of this mincing about and want to kill games by just slowing it down to walking pace. No, no more of that. I think the players coming in, if these players are the players we think they are, they're all energy, all go, all action. They'll know they'll know how to happen. They'll want to go after goals. The two boys that are not like Cortez and Diamante's already signed, but Cortez, if he's wanting a contract with us, he'll definitely want to go after it. So, for that point of view, Clement does it again. Not seen the boys, so we'll give them every chance. Of course, we will. Dessers, we gave them every chance, no?
Yeah. Aye, Dessers. If he could just get a double or a hat trick, you know, and he'll start to tick a lot of bases, Stuart. Mad.
Aye. I mean, again, it lifts his confidence. But going back to the keeping the momentum going, I mean, I think we've been guilty, keeping the momentum going, even though we've not changed a lot of players. I've seen Clement out with his fist clenched, sort of shouting, and we seem to kind of drift into the last 15 minutes at times if we're winning 1-2-0 or something like that. We could maybe get a third, maybe get a fourth, because teams are tiring at that point, but they do seem to take advantage of it. But I think he's got to instill that into them harder in this part of the season, because with 4 goals a difference in or something, with a game in hand. So once we get the game in hand, we could be back to level or maybe 1 or 2. I would be quite happy with that. But he needs to keep pushing on with it. And if Dessers could get a hat-trick or something, telling you, he'll outscore Shankland. There's a prediction for you. He's got to outscore Shankland. There you go. There's a bit. We'll see about that at the end of the season. I might be hiding, but never know.
We got it here first. I was laughing. Big Steve was on about get behind Dessers. He's right. And everybody has, and through his bad spell, and he's through it now. But when we critiqued him at the beginning, he was playing like a cart horse. It had to be said, man. He's still playing like a cart horse now, but he was then. And power to his elbow, mate. He's doing well now, and I hope it continues. And I hope he goes on to just shut everybody up and turn into a class act. Because some of the goals he's scoring now are fantastic. That one at Hibs, even the one at St Mirren. Sorry, mate.
Aye, that goal at Hibs.
That was class.
The one with Real Betis as well.
Yep, there's three outstanding goals.
I've got to be honest, Joanna. See when that goal went in, I didn't cheer. I just sat in disbelief. I couldn't believe what I'd witnessed.
It was surprising. It was.
But he's doing it. He started to do it regular, and obviously we critiqued him when he had a poor game at their place, but if he'd have scored that goal, we wouldn't be saying that. Even if his performance would have been the exact same for the rest of the game, we wouldn't have said they had a poor game. Because when you play up front, Bridge, you're judged on goals, eh?
Yeah, that's the truth. A centre forward is judged on nothing else. Good play by him, bringing people in, that as a plus, but it must be, they're only judged on goals. So if you've got a good centre forward, I mean, Alfie, I thought played good football, and he brought the people in, and he maybe made or created or assisted in a number of goals. But the truth of the matter is, you don't want him to be assisting, and we want him to be assisting, of course, but you don't want him to be getting assists against his name when he's a centre forward and should score the goals and missing sitters. Dessers has got that under his belt now, missing sitters. So it's absolutely desperate. The manager's going to be desperate to get him 2 goals, 3 goals in one game. Maybe tomorrow, maybe his day, you never know. Saturday. So I'll be looking forward to that.
I'm glad you mentioned Alfie. Well, our career could go in the skids quite quickly. What a waste. Because Morelos at the top of his game was a top player, Stuart. Eh?
Oh, he was great. I mean, after the first half of the season, you could see what he had. He had great holding the ball up, he bullied people, quick turn on the ball, into the far corner. He was good. He was good, and he always seemed to have an attitude a bit like Cantwell. He was always showing his hair and sort and making a big drama, and the kind of refs went against him a bit. You always have somebody like that in your team. But no, he was fantastic for us. He let his cell down, to be honest with you. Like, he really did. And I bet you he regrets it a wee bit. I bet you he does. That he kind of left with a wee bit of kind of a great sort of spell. You know, he could have done a lot better for us. I think so anyway. I really do.
Albert?
I would back Morelos to out-eat Big Stevie with pies, by the way. That's what I do with Morelos, because he was a champion pie eater. The size of the boy, you know what I mean? Aye, absolutely. He's him and Kent, the two of them will be sitting in 8 clubs the new, mate, absolutely regretting leaving Rangers. The penny will finally have dropped for the two boys to say, I was at the biggest club I'm ever going to play for at Glasgow Rangers, or the biggest and the best club I'm ever going to play for at Glasgow Rangers. The two of them. I don't understand. Whoever advised the two boys in their private life, their agents, whoever, they really need to look at them and say, I'm never taking advice off of you again, because they made a pig's ear at the two of them. Stupid boys. Stupid boys.
Joanna?
I'm going to do a Richmond.
Yeah?
No, actually, I was just going to say about Morelos that Morelos play in a cold country before coming to Rangers, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So Finland. I think it was...
Finland.
Yeah, so I suppose that for Morelos it was easier and he was very confident and stuff. So, I don't know, he just decided not to play anymore. And, I mean, what can you do? When a player loses his whatever motive he has to play in a team, and then he just decided not to play anymore, because the love was still there from the fans. So if he just decided not to play, well, we need to let him go. That's what we do.
Yeah, I think that's the point that Albert made at the start of the show. But anyway, he's gone, and just a pity we never kept the fit and robust and the player that he was at the top of his game a couple of seasons ago, Alfredo Morelos. But I think I read a stat that Dessers is ahead of him already in goals for his last season. Dessers this season. That's frightening, probably, huh?
And Dessers wasn't be playing well. It shows you everything you want to know, doesn't it? And the boy's now starting to play well, and now he's scoring more goals. I agree with Stuart. There's a chance this boy's going to outscore everybody in Scotland if he keeps it up. And let's hope he does it. I really do hope he does it, because he doesn't let anything get to him as well. That's one of the things, and he never ever hides, and you've got to give him credit for that, mate. Because what he went through there was pretty tough. And he stood tall and he came through it, and he just smiled away and worked away Now the things are starting to drop and he's putting them away. Excellent, excellent for the boy. And I see, I may say that on Saturday, that interview with Lundstrom and Dessers after the game. That reporter, I think the questions he was asking Lundstrom about Dessers was pretty snide, mate. I think that was bad. That was bad. Even Lundstrom looked at me to say, "You wouldn't be asking me things like that. That's not right." No, showing disrespect. I wouldn't be surprised if any other player, bar Dessers, they'd have just walked away. They wouldn't have gave him an interview, just walked away from him. It was ridiculous, man. It's showing disrespect to Rangers players yet again. And it's time the Rangers players started standing up for themselves, saying, if you treat us like that and talk about the club like that, we're just going to walk away from you. We won't give you the interviews. But anyway, that's just me again, ranting again.
Can I come in on that?
Yeah,
just for a minute. Oh, Ben, you're 100% right as far as I'm concerned. I said this 5 years ago, listening to these people. It's absolutely disgraceful. They've got no respect at all for Rangers in any way, shape or form. As far as I'm concerned, you've got to step out of line in any way, just walk away, and the club should back the players right beforehand. If you don't like it, just got to walk away, we back you, done. Including the manager, of course. Thanks, Rob. Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's the transfer business, finished, no more come in, are we disappointed, no striker, or can we get through? That's the message or the question from Mr. Fox. Stuart.
I mean, I think, as we've all kind of said, there's ideally we would have liked a Shankland type of thing. It would have helped it, because the last time, I mean, if you've got an injury, you're in a bit of trouble. But Lovelace's coming back, maybe Danilo's coming back a bit quicker. We don't know. That's the thing. We never sort of get a lot out of it. I think he's playing it a bit cagey, getting a projection of when these people could be back. So it might not be as bad as it looks. But in general, I'm quite happy, I have to say. I'm really confident. And things are looking good for me anyway. That's the way I see it. And I know everybody's got different views about Shankland and stuff like that. I can't remember if it was Davey or Robert or someone was on saying, Shankland could win us, get the 40 million quid. I agree with that, totally agree with him. But it's not going to happen. You know what I think's happened? Shankland's been pushing Hearts. He's maybe got an extended deal, a wee bit better wages, so he thought, you know what, I'll stick rather than twist.
It's really interesting to see how much they involve the individual players at the coalface for the transfers, all better.
I think in Shankland's case, he'd be right involved in it, but like Cortez and all that, I think their transfers, they'd be standing back, letting the agent do the agent and the clubs do the business. That's what normally happens, unless you're really, really wanting away from a club or wanting to go to another club. So, it's you got to remember, by the way, this is their careers, this is their earning power, this is their job, this is their livelihood. It's all right, it's not just he should do this and he should do that. And it's all about money at the end of the day. And Shankland needs to watch what he's doing as well, because if Hearts have offered him, I think they've offered him once and then they offered him twice an increase or whatever it was, and he's thrown that away, trying to hold out for Rangers. When Rangers have, according to Hearts, nobody's made contact about Shankland, nobody at all. It's a big gamble. And we know tapping up goes on and people talk to people away from clubs and in the background and all that. But unless there's a guarantee there, he needs to watch what he's doing. You know what I mean? Because it's his career, remember. And if I was Hearts, I'd be like that. I've offered you twice. And if he's no signed by the end of the day, you need to start looking up and going, well, we need to cash in on you. We'll just need to get rid of you. I think he's been unfair with them as well as pushing to get to us. If he's pushing to get to us, of course I'm going to like it. But he needs to be careful, the boy. You can overstep them. Look what happened to Kent Morelos. I mean, they were pushing for more money, and Park said no. You're not getting it. It was ridiculous what they were asking for, according to Park. And he stuck to his guns, and the club stuck to their guns and went, no, you're not getting it. Same thing could happen with Shankland.
And your stock, as much as it can rise, it can fall quite quickly in football as well, Bridgeman.
It can drop like a stone in seconds. Sometimes it's only a word. You say a word and out of favour. It just happens, and it's some players in Rangers, even Ferguson gets shunned. Alex Ferguson gets shunned at Rangers for whatever reason. He gets shunned, and before you know it, he's away playing in amateur football, and in the fourth team or something like that. Rangers, strange things, and then he's gone. And he was a good player, international footballer, That's
Never picked up Ferguson at a corner kick, mate, in 4-1 defeat in the cup final.
Absolutely, that killed him. Absolutely killed him.
Allegedly.
Well, I was at the game. He never picked him up. I think it was McNeil. He was supposed to be guarding McNeil, never picked him up. Ball in the net, gone. And everybody's going like, Ferguson, Fergie, what you doing? That was it, So we know what it's like. Sometimes players get things wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anymore.
It'd be interesting to see if people are happy. Come on, give us a phone, 0141 356 1972. If that's us done. A midfield player. Alone. Are we saying he's a centre forward, Silver Stewart? Are we saying he's a centre? Are we calling him?
What was that, sorry, Ox?
Are we saying that Silver's a centre forward? Are we saying he's a forward?
Aye, I think he's one of these people that could play in multiple positions, and that's getting worked on in training. I think he's coming off the left, but if need be, he could play in that number 10 role as a and even up front as a false number 9. Maybe no against, like, say, Livingston, Ross County, etc. But maybe against away for home or something, confuse the back line of the other team, because they think they've got to play a certain way all the time. So I think he's got to change that about with the guys that he's got in. People will be like, what the hell are they doing here? I mean, you've not got an out-and-out centre forward if he's got to go down that route at times, which I think you've got to kind of vary it about a bit. Because if you notice, Desser's coming really deep sometimes. That boy minded pitch through McCausland. I can't mind who it was. Desser's was virtually on the halfway line. McCausland's running through. So they've got all this running off and on each other. He's got that kind of rhythm going now. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he played bloody Sterling up front. You know what I mean? He's kind of pulling all these things out of the heart. I mean, who thought Sterling would be the player he is in midfield, eh? Who thought that? Look, I'm going to go, guys, so I've got a couple of things today. So thanks for taking my call. It's been really interesting. So
cheers,
thanks,
mate.
Everybody. And Joanna, thanks. I'll speak to you again, eh?
One out,
See you later, pal.
Cheers, Ed. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Evening, Bob, Joanna,
thanks. I'll speak to you.
Evening, Ox. How you doing?
all right, mate.
Hi, everybody. Nice to hear from you.
So
Nice to be here. Nice to be here, I should say. That's all.
Evening, Bob, Jeff.
Aye, all right. Because I've not been pouring in all week. I've been listening to the show, eh? And last night, I've got to say, I thought there was a degree, an awful lot of pessimism last night. I don't know if anybody's noticed it or not, but I thought there was quite a degree of pessimism last night. There's a feeling of optimism running through the club now. It's not been there for a long time. And let's take advantage of it. Let's go. Because I'm hearing you saying tonight it's better tonight. You're saying that there's a good possibility that we can win this league. Definitely. Anyway, apart from that, is there any truth in the rumour that Yilmaz is away?
No heard a thing, mate.
Well, that's just YouTube. I mean, that's everything else. You don't know what to believe, but there was a video came on and it said that he's ready to pack his bags. He's ready for the off because Galatasaray have made Rangers an offer for him. Rangers have obviously must have accepted, but if you've not heard of it here, it must be a load of bull.
That's been doing the rounds. That's been doing the rounds since the start of the window up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Aye. That's been a long time rumour as well. Aye. Just like the Shankland, Johnny. Is there no movement yet with anybody? No.
We've signed Cortez, mate. Oscar Cortez has joined
us. Aye. That was a done deal last week, wasn't it? So that's good. That's great. This man knows what he's doing. I mean, the club's not going to go. It's still in a position to throw good money at bad like it used to do. So if he's going to make a signing, a striker, he's got to get it right. Must get it right. You can't just. I see this Van Veen. He's coming back to Scotland, but you weren't just going to do that for the sake of it. It's all right scoring goals for where was it, Motherwell, but the scoring goals for Rangers are different kettle of fish. We're going to bring somebody in. It's got to be done right. And well, I just wish this damn transfer window was early so we can go on playing a bit of football again. Because I think we've got people there. Don't forget about the boy Silva. He'll come good. I'm sure he'll come good. And big Cyril's starting to show a bit of form. So let's go for it. But then again, I wouldn't complain if we did sign a striker.
No, none of that, Bob, but the manager's got to want him, Albert.
I mean, that's that. It's Clement makes the decisions, you know what I mean? Well, the whole that group make a decision, whoever it is. Clement will have a big say in it. And it's down to the model, mate. If he doesn't fit the model, I don't think they're bringing people in. I think it's as simple as that now. I think you're going to see more of this even in the summer. You're not going to sign 27, 28-year-olds anymore. I think the oldest player you're going to actually sign is probably about 26 and younger. He's no interested in players that he can't cash in on, because he's got to have some money to work with, and he's got to generate it through player sales, and that's a fact of life, mate. So from now on, I think the model is that type of player, younger players up to and including 26, and no older than that for resale value.
Did you mention model? Model there, Albert?
Model or model?
Model. and you come, Joanna.
I knew he was lining you up for it, Joanna.
I knew that was coming for some reason.
You're sitting there all quiet.
No, I was just going to say that I understand that selling players is a big thing, but we need to win games. We need to win leagues, and we need to win trophies. And I think that's another way to bring money to the club, and also the glory of winning. That's what makes the football club a football club, you know. So I do understand the player trading and everything, but for me, it is a focus. It is something that we need to work on, and that also you need to be like very precise with the players that you sign in, so you can see a potential of selling the player. I think you were talking about this at the beginning of the show, all there, and I wanted to say that if, for example, if you have a Tavernier, a Golson, Suter, or players like that are like the core of the team, I would think about it at least twice to sell it. But then you bring in a specific players, so you develop them for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then you sell them. You know, that's for me is more beneficial for the team and for the club, both ways. But if you just sell players just for the sake of selling them and just for the sake of making money, I don't think that is good. I rather sell specific players, have them in, give them the Rangers experience, and then sell them, you know, and then obviously win cups and win games and leagues.
Yeah. Aye, that's a fair point, Albert. If you do win leagues, Champions League, your model changes, huh?
Well, it doesn't really, mate. The problem you've got is... I'll
rephrase that. Your revenue stream changes.
Your revenue stream, you'll get some more money behind you, you'll get some money in the bank, but it's not enough money to keep you going for 20, 30 years, put it that way. This is a moving target. The reason it's a moving target is because that stupid Premier League is just inflated and bloated up every transfer all over the world. So everybody's now playing. You're not playing catch up with them. They're out of sight. Nobody's catching them. There's no league in the world going to catch them now. They're gone. So, but the ripples that they're leaving behind is affecting everybody and every transfer. So what we've got to do is not get sunk. We've got to watch that we stay afloat here. And the only way we're going to stay afloat, and the biggest revenue stream we've got, is trading players. It's the same as any other club. We're no unique in this. Every other club's doing the same game. So we've got to keep it turning over, and it's a steady flow. You've just got to keep it going and be successful. The good thing, and I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but the good thing is you're in a 2-team league, so you can get away. You'll get a bit of flexibility, more than say the Championship or down in England or the French league or the Spanish league or anything like that. We'll get a wee bit of breathing space because you're really only competing with one team for all the trophies, basically. So you can keep the support happy with ticking over the trophies season in, season out. You don't have to win them all, but you need to win the majority of them. But then you've still got to trade players. You've still got to bring money into the club because the club is a huge beast. It takes a lot of money to run the club, not just wages for players, the whole club. It takes a lot of money to run it, and we need to keep trading. And it's the only way we can do it. There's no other way to do it. And it's the biggest revenue stream we've got, as I just said.
And you come, Joanna? And you come?
I understand that. I just think, like, for example, if you bring in players that know that, like, if you're gonna have that way of making money in the club, you need to buy players that are potentially good players to trade. And at the moment, we're not doing that. Let's face it. We're not buying players that have a lot of potential to be sold, to move forward. We're not doing that just now. So
we just bought 3 the other now.
We have good ones now. They have more potential than the ones before.
Yeah.
But how, like, we need to make as well the most of them with us, you know, because if we manage to make the team like shine and stuff, we make the player shine, and then we have more options, more clubs that are interested in the player, and then we can ask for more money. We make them play good, we make them look good, and then other teams are going to be interested, and then we can ask for more money, just like Yeomans, you know. Hopefully he doesn't leave, but that's an example.
But your model, and I know it's not your model, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, and Bob Jer can come in after that. Would that model assign Jack Butland?
No. Oh, well, probably because the goalkeepers are a different animal altogether. You can trade them right up to the mid-30s, basically. You know what I mean? And still get money for them. But Jack Butland, I'll tell you this right now. See what we do, sell Jack Butland whenever it's this year, next year, whatever age he is, 32, 33. Jack Butland will be the oldest player we trade in the next 10 years. I'll tell you that for nothing. There'll not be a player at that age ever again for the next 10 years in Rangers. It won't happen.
I get it. Bob Jer?
Aye, that's, I mean, didn't forget, I mean, I hear you saying there, Albert, that this Premier League, it's actually done everybody else, and you're right, it has. But didn't forget, we're a club. We're still a huge club and a huge attraction. But the model of exchange, you can't go do. We haven't got millions and millions of pounds to spend. We let everybody else. We're trailing in the wake of this Premier League. And we've got to bring through younger players, which is a good thing for the club. It's a good thing for the game in this country as well. We've become a selling club, whether we like it or no. And you're right, Jack Butland will probably be the oldest player of the sell for Rangers for the foreseeable future. I hope we didn't sell him, by the way, but I don't know. He's your biggest saleable asset. What's the deficit we've got at the moment, Ox? Is it 40 million quid we're hearing?
I don't think it's as much as that. What you mean in the model between revenue and wages, or?
I know. I mean, as I've said before, I'm not an economics man, but to get involved with the discussion a bit, it helps. But Rangers are on a few, Bob, but so is everybody else. And they have got saleable assets this time, so I don't think it's a danger to the existence of the club or anything like that. But as long as you've got saleable assets, like you say, bringing in young players, breeding them, Ross McCausland, he's a prime example. Bring them in, still be successful, but move them on to that Premier League or whatever league, and make money out of them, but they keep the club afloat.
Bob Jer, do you think it's possible that somebody would sit on a Thursday afternoon, write up a list and put a value in all the players. Do you think that would happen?
Sit on a Thursday afternoon and put a value on all our players?
Aye.
I'm not sure about that. Like, well, maybe they could, die.
No idiot would do that, Bob. Bob, you're no idiot would do that.
Maybe they could. Maybe you could, I could, I don't know.
Absolutely brilliant.
I'm not going to, see, that's you. I'm doing no more homework for you. That's you're slagging me now and I'm doing no more for you.
I'm going to say, you brought it on yourself, mate.
I didn't bring it on myself. I know I'm a sad character. Leave me alone.
You like a list, don't you? You like a list.
Oh, I like
you don't
list,
do, you don't do homework, you like lists.
I like lists, mate. I definitely like lists.
What did you get your total value of our players then?
I said 34 earlier on, Bridge, but it's actually 45 I got it to. 45.
Right, okay. So why did you reduce it?
Because I looked at the wrong list.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
I looked at his bank account, Bridge.
He's got a big
wish,
boy. He's got a big help for you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Can I just say something?
Yes, Joanna.
I just feel like I understand that you don't want to see the club as making revenue and things like that. I get that. But does that mean that we're not going to win anything and just buy players to sell them?
Oh, no.
No. Not at all.
No. The difficulty with this is you need to do what we're doing. Well, that's the model, Joanne. We have to go. We have no choice in this. But we need to keep winning as well. And there lies in the manager. That's the manager's job. That's what he really has to do. He has to mould this into a team. No matter what group of players he gets, he needs to mould it into a winning team. And this manager is going to do that. This year is going to win. We're going to win the league. Absolutely no danger of that. We're winning that league. Then he's got money to play with next summer, so he can strengthen the team. Plus, he cleans out a lot of players, like the 6 out of contract. That they're all gone. They're gone. That won't. And as the man said, that won't happen again at Rangers. We'll never get in that position again. That these 6 players, plus Morelos and Kent, there's 8 players walk away for nothing. So we've got to keep winning. That's the secret. As I said, we've got breathing space. Now remember, we're only in a 2-team league. There's no reason we can't keep on winning trophies. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Aye, listen, we've got sometimes always as fans have got unusual expectations, Joanna, but it's only because we care. Eh?
If we didn't care, we didn't support, and we didn't do anything for the team and for the club and all that involves the club as well. So yeah, we just care. Like Robert say, every time Robert calls, it's really, really nice to hear him. Like it's really wholesome to hear him talking about the club. And me, for example, that I'm not even from this country, understanding the meaning and everything is just really, really, it does touch you, you know. So if you understand the whole thing, so I don't want to see the club losing so much, you know. It's just pain. It's a pain to see it, and it doesn't kind of give you a lot of willingness to go and watch the game or anything. So it kind of affects a lot of things. It's like a domino effect. So yeah, I just don't want to see it happening for too long anyway.
You're right. I've been interested in the club. I mean, they're that new shop. I'll go to Bridge first and bring Bob Jenner. That new shop that's opened up in the Edmonds the House complex is busy. But if we keep winning, and by a couple of weeks' time, we'll be busy here, Bridge.
Oh, you better believe it. I think I was trying to say that a wee bit earlier. One of the great things about the Rangers fans is they respond massively. And it's great to see. It brings a buzz. The new shop, as you said, the new I would say the Edmondson Club, that would be absolutely, they'll get in there. There'll be hundreds and hundreds of people sitting outside, thousands maybe, waiting outside to get in, because the place will be buzzing. Rangers do something, win 5, 6, 7 more games, win at Ibrox, don't lose at Ibrox, that's the main thing. If they don't lose at Ibrox, then the fans will be there. They'll be there if they keep winning all the time. It's just wonderful to watch. I've been waiting in this season, this manager. I thought we had it with Gerrard, and we did for a while. But he's brought a buzz back to our club, a massive buzz back to our club. And I'm going to try and get up there on Saturday. I've not been too well, as you know. I'm going to try and get to the game Saturday and see how I got on. But I'm so looking forward to seeing my team. So looking forward to getting to see Ibrox again. Magic. The whole place will be buzzing. Go for it.
There's a buzz about the place. Are you picking that up, Bob, Chair? Even with the pals you speak to?
Well, I just mentioned it earlier on. There's a high degree of optimism running through the club. A feel-good factor, if you like. And it's still been there for a while. Yeah, Gerrard was good. He was great. He won the league. But I feel this is something different. I feel this man's a better manager than Gerrard. He'll prove it. And yes, definitely. And don't forget, the fact remains simple. Rangers are a gigantic football club. They're one of the biggest football clubs in the world. They're one of the biggest supports in the world. And that's a huge advantage. And again, with all being said, we're only in a 2-team league. Get strong enough to overcome the other team. I mean, look at where the club's been in recent years, and it's still, to me, it's still to get back to its full potential. But we're getting there. We will get there. We will start winning trophies regularly again. And the support will never desert the club. The Glasgow Rangers will always be there. And Kent and Morelos, give me the big mistake, boys. And that's my taking it for the moment.
Absolutely, Bob.
By the way, I hear that Kent's assets have all been frozen. Is Navachi?
Nah, I think that's just clickbait.
That's just bullshit. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Yellow card, Doc. Sorry.
Oh, no, you don't get yellow. You just get an off-white card, Bob, yeah.
Right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, off-white, yeah.
You're lucky, Bob Gerrard. I get marched down to HR for less.
Oh, I know. I've had one yellow card in all the time. For a kind of got angry one night. I think it was an old firm defeat, I think.
You've got your own seat in there. You've got a seat. Stevie's got a seat, and I'm next to the trees, mate.
Joanna, can I ask you something, honey? Where do you come from?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, the Dominican Republic.
I know, Olsher.
And you come out here for the Rangers. Good on you, love. Then you feel about Rangers, Sam. Rangers will always be there.
That's good to know. It's good. It's a relief to know that. To be honest, I'm genuinely saying that. But I also wanted to say that I do like the idea of the Scottish League, though. I mean, I know it's there, but like it's not very good that we're just 2 teams in the league. You know, it's kind of like predictable.
That's the way it's always been, honey.
All right, okay. And now that
I don't know if that's strictly true. I know the majority of the time, Bob, yeah, but if you look,
you had the Aberdeen and Dundee United year right enough.
But then if you look, if you look prior to the 60s, a certain team, you have to go back nearly 40 years before they were involved in anything, really.
Well, who was the last team to win the league before the Old Firm?
Yeah, this time,
you
did go back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen,
aye.
No.
Aberdeen. But you didn't see the days coming back when you had what they called the new firm with Ferguson and Jim McLean. But they were 2 exceptional managers. They could split the Old Firm and make the. We weren't a particularly good side at that time, and neither were they. But the Old Firm's always going to prevail. And we've got to accept that fact, and that's the world that we live in, and it's got to be negotiated every year. So that's where it begins and ends in Scotland.
That's true. I mean, the old firm is the old firm, I suppose.
Right, we're getting near the end of the show, but we've got a game on Saturday. This transfer will be shot, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's just the games just seem to be slowly wrapping up. I mentioned it earlier on, Albert, the momentum, the pressure, the feel-good factor, whatever you want to call it. It just feels real, and it looks as you'll be looking at it more nervous. You'll be more involved, and the points will be. This could be just a special few weeks.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm getting into these games with no nerves at all, mate. I'm getting into these games confident. I'm just taking them one game at a time, and every game we're rocking up to. I've got full confidence in the manager and the team now, because if there's anything going to go wrong, he's going to try and sort it on the day. That's what I'm confident about. The guy's doing it right. The guy knows what he's doing. So I have no qualms. I don't care who we play, where we play them, home or away. I don't care what the weather is, what referee we've got. Nothing's going to stop us this time. We're going right through a lot of them, and we're winning this league. That's fully confident, mate. That's what I see. That's what I feel. And I think the team now have shown us enough, and the manager's shown us enough this season to say, oh, well, you've got justification of saying that. You've got justification for being confident as well. Because it's there in front of you. If the people are pessimistic about it, just open their eyes. It's there in front of you. They're imploding. We're getting better. And that was before we even made these signings. And I don't even know what these signings are like. I was confident we'll win the league. So if these players are any type of player at all, it's a canter, mate. I'm telling you, we're winning at a canter.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ox. Evening, all.
Hey, Robert.
All right, mate. You on the transfer update, mate?
Other than what you've reported already, Cortez signed officially. That's it. Social media saying that's us done for the night, and I'm not surprised at it. I'm probably more surprised, Ox, at the reaction that is on social media just now of the fact we haven't signed a striker, namely Shankland. Some of the comments online have been quite eye-opening, to be honest with you, mate. Clement's delusional. We've flung the league away. I think it's all obviously in the heat of the moment. We haven't signed somebody. Do you know what I mean?
I think you've got. I don't mean to be flippant when I say this. I don't think that when the people rock up to Ibrox on Saturday, Bridgeman, they'll be thinking that. Yeah, I think you've obviously got online, and I'm not saying they don't care about the club, but they're looking at things that get caught up in social media debate. I think when the game starts at 3 o'clock on Saturday, everybody will forget about Lord Shankland. It's just
sorry, pal. I do apologise.
On you go, Bridge.
No, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised at anything that happens. As I tried to say all through this evening, it's a really, really high atmosphere, and some of the things that people have been seeing every week, poor striking, poor this, missed chances, that, and they've been thinking they're going to get a centre forward, a striker of some description, and of course 90% of the guys, I would imagine, thinking we're going to get Shankland, and there it's happened. If it's true, what Robert was saying is true, if that's all of it for tonight, then they'll be disappointed. There'll be a lot of disappointment at Ibrox, really and truly. I don't know whether there's going to be any vocals during the game or after the game or even before the game to let the manager know. But I don't think there's anything the manager can do about it. Simple as that. I think it's all to do with the board and the way the board are managing it.
Why would there be, Bridge?
Oh no, I'm just saying that people the expectation pretty high. So that's all I'm meaning. The expectation was high, and even on the show here, you listen to every other night of yourself.
There was people wanting them, man. I said I would sign them, but I wouldn't be upset that we've not signed them. Albert?
No, I'm not upset that we've not signed them. But nice if we sign, but that's all it is. Just nice. Still doesn't dent my enthusiasm that we're going to win the league. Not the slightest, mate. You've got to see what you've got in front of these guys. And I don't understand that they've got this single-mindedness about Shankland. It's Shankland. Look at the team we've got now. Look at the players you've brought in now. We've not seen the players, obviously. We've not. But Big Dessers is starting to play well. You've got wee McCausland playing well. Matondo's yet to come back. Lawrence is starting to come into the team. Big Sterling's an excellent player. What's not to like here, guys? I don't understand. We've got a fantastic. Hey, Silver. We've got a fantastic. We've got a fantastic goalkeeper. What's not to like here? I can't understand that. The social. I don't do social media anyway. I wouldn't know it was on there. I just don't bother.
He doesn't do social. Full stop. Carry on, Robert.
I don't do social. Full stop. You're right there, mate. But no, we're going to win the league, guys. Just get behind the team. We've been saying it all week on the show. Get behind the team. It's time to now knuckle down. We're telling the team to knuckle down. It's time we knuckle down and start showing some guts to go and win this league, and we'll win it. Trust me, we'll win it.
Joanna?
I was just going to say, you might need to blame someone who called here to the show one day and suggested this. And then since then, I've been looking. So if you're going to blame anyone to bringing that up, it would be that person who called, suggested that here.
There's a difference between I would fancy him, but we've also brought in a guy. I know he's not a traditional number 9, but he's a forward player who just signed for a Premiership team for 33 million. You know, so we don't know if the manager's went, I've got him, I'm happy. Bob Chair, we just don't know.
You don't know, no. I mean, doing through the years, and I've supported Rangers a lot of years now. I heard about boys in your game that can score goal, defend, all different types of players. And you'll stand wherever with a group of guys at your work in the pub or anything, you'll say, oh, that lad is a good player, Rangers are going to sign him. Say, he can play for St Mirren, he can play for Hibs, he can play for Dundee United, but can he play for Rangers? And it's the same thing with, I think, with Lawrence Shankland. I'm not too disappointed if Rangers didn't sign Lawrence Shankland. I just heard all there rattling it off there. What's not to like? We've got a good squad, an improving squad, and we'll get better. And I believe we can win the league. So, what's not to like? Let's go for it, Rangers. It's all been one-track mindedness recently about Shankland. He's maybe not the answer. You've got a man there that's starting to show a bit of form. And if we get one of your strikers back fit, well, anything's possible. That's what I think. Optimistic all the way, Rangers fans.
I mean, we could have signed Shankland. We could have sent him on with 30 minutes to go the weekend to give him his debut, and he'd done his hamstring. And, you know, you just don't know in football, you know what I mean? One player doesn't make a team, one signing doesn't make a team. If Aaron Ramsey hasn't taught us anything, he might have taught us that. Bridgeman, eh?
Don't forget Joey Barton.
Right.
They're two of the worst signings Rangers have ever had, I can tell you. Anyway, excuse me.
Listen, Robert, people are entitled to their opinion, and I get it, but I can take the argument for maybe one light up there. But we also don't know. Ruth might be back in 3 weeks. I'm not saying he will be. He might be back for 3 weeks. And then after 3 weeks, we don't know. But we don't know everything that's going on. It's up to the manager. The manager didn't want him. I'm comfortable with that, Robert.
No, I'm the same with you, Ox. We've got the signing of Cortez now gives us a squad depth of 29 players. Some of them are injured and out of contract, so there's wages there getting used that we can't use to bring players in. But as Albert says, that's what we've got now for the rest of the season. Clement has shown he came up with this group of players, so let's get behind him and cheer them on for the rest of the season. He's got results in a quick turnaround, so let's focus on it. We're 5 points behind them, a game in hand, bring them to Ibrox in April, and as you said, who knows which is going to happen. We're not as far away. One signing doesn't impact the season for me, or one lack of signing. Focus on the team we've got rather than who we didn't get.
Correct.
They signed a massive striker, didn't they? Oh. Yeah, all right. Last word of the night. Bob Chair.
Well, thanks for having me on again, Ox. Just in time with the dog there. He just surfaced and he's wanting it. and I'll take a bit. So, a great show tonight. Thanks, everybody. And I'll probably hear from you tomorrow. All right? Bye-bye now.
Robert?
Cheers for taking my call, mate. Just a wee quick one tonight. But business is done. Let's get behind the team and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Get behind the team. That's a spot on, mate. Joanna?
Thank you for putting up with me, gents. Looking forward to hear from you tomorrow. And yeah, I'm behind the team 100%.
Well said, well said. You can put
Joanna.
that cardboard cutout in the bin, Joanna. All there.
What I've said earlier on, mate. I mean, I'm behind the team. I think everybody else is behind the team. It's just a case of now knuckling down and getting it done. We'll have to fight. We'll have to fight, scratch, punch, whatever we need to do, but win the games, and I'm confident we'll do that. And then we'll go into the league. No problem. They'll not be able to live with us, mate. If we keep the pressure on, they'll not be able to live with us. They'll be had it their own way for far, far too long, without any pressure, without any challenge. No this season, mate. No this season.
And last but not least, Bridgman.
What can I say? Thanks for the night, Oxford. A fantastic show. Really, really enjoyed it. And well done to yourself and the two guys in the background, the techie guy. And to my good buddy, Old Bear, for carrying me through this. Thank you very much, pal. And I just say to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world, the particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, this is our team. We are the people. And let's get into them. Come the weekend, let's get into them. 3 points, a really good win. 3 points. I'll take a 1-0 always, as everyone knows. For me, this is it. There's a big step, biggest game of the season come up Saturday, and I hope I'm going to be there. Get a fitness test Saturday morning, and I'll be there. I'll get it. Everybody keep it going for Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. This is the time. A great transfer window for me. Well done, everyone. Keep it going for the Rangers.
Can I thank Stuart, Pobchair, Joanna, and Robert who popped in. Bridgeman and all there for doing the show. The one and only Fox and Old School Blue in the background doing the technicals. Everybody for listening. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 talking about all things Rangers. And it will be Rangers. It will not be Hearts players. Take it away, Old School Blue.